Did it crash on me? No, it did not crash. It is about to start streaming now. Alright, cool. A 1, 2, Anna. A 1, 2, Anna. A 1, 2. Are we live yet? Oh, we live. oh, oh. What up, y'all? This will be one of the rare times that I actually show you my face on the screen. I'm doing a subscriber feedback video. So, yeah, it's real in the field. So let me get logged into the chat so I can interact like that, and then we'll get started with the comment section and whatnot. So yeah, it's good. Give y'all a little time to come through. You dig what I'm saying? And we'll get rocking. Subscriber feedback. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, if this is your first time on the channel, I do tutorials, as you can see on the left side of the screen, in case you haven't figured it out. Yeah, I do tutorials. That's pretty much it. And so this light is like blinding my eyes right now, and I'm trying to do the video and look at the screen while I'm while I'm being blinded. But yeah, I'm in the chat. If you in the chat, holla at me. Throw a peace sign up or something, whatever. Throw an emoji up or something like that. All right, so I got one viewer. It's cool. I got the idea to do a subscriber feedback vid when the chat section on this video just like went bananas. And so I would consider this video very viral at this point. Can you say very viral? Uber viral? It's very viral. So I decided, hey, everybody that came through, well, I'm not gonna go all the way back to the first day, the first comment. I'll go back about a month, and that should be cool. A month should be cool. All right, so to Sean Benson, appreciate those tutorials, bro. Thumbs up. Hey, I appreciate you back, brother. Y'all keep me popping. You know what I'm saying? That's good business. Where you from, man? Where you from? Holla back at me. Holla back at me. I hope it's Tayshawn. If I said it wrong, you know, charge my head, not my heart. You dig? I'm not trying to say your name wrong. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with Tayshawn. Jared Gutierrez. What up, Mr. Gutierrez? What's poppin', man? Jared gave me a young peace sign. Peace back to you, brother. All right, cool. So we rocking. So I'm gonna just kind of read a couple of these comments, and if you guys in the chat section want to say a little something, that's cool. I'll read your comments, and if you want to roast anybody in the comment section, within reason, I'll repeat your comment. So I'm not gonna go too hard on anybody. It's a couple people that then left some comments that's pretty ratchet. Also, if you have any questions about MPC Essentials while I'm live, I'll oblige. All right, so we should be good. I I need to check my MPC essentials real quick, just to make sure. We're gonna flow. Cool. Let me make sure my display capture is right. Cool. Let me hide that joint right there. All right, and let me bring up the comments. Bam. There they go. All right, let me see if anybody else hollering. Compton is in the building. All right. Tayshawn straight out of Compton. That's dope, man. All right, Jared, South Florida. Yo, you on the Pacific side or you on the Gulf side, brother? Cause I used to run through the Gulf Coast a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I've never been on the Pacific side, so you know, it's good, man. Third Coast fam in the building. All right, so Jared, tell E40 I said what up. Like everybody on the West Coast know each other. Yo, tell Dre what up. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with these young comments. You dig? How you trigger your past when you sample? I'm gonna get to that, brother. Do a couple of these comments first, and then I'm gonna holler back. All right, so first comment. Shout out to Soul B or Soul Bay. Not sure if that's Soul B or Soul Bay. Might be down with the Beehive. Might be like Yasin Bay, Most Def. I don't know. Anyways, yo, great video. Wasn't going to throw my Kai Mini. Ha, but definitely was frustrated with the software. Sigh. Should I read it dramatically? Where's my motivation? I'm going to my trailer. No, seriously. Where was I at? I be trailing off, y'all know. Right? Side. I'm only here to say you should try almond milk or hemp milk in your cafe con leche. I appreciate that, Soul Bay. That's right. So you want to acquire that little throat tickle coffee thing that keeps happening in the mic. All right, so I got my young condenser mic. Y'all see how crispy I sound. Ahem. So you guys won't be experiencing that. I was using like a little Logitech mic, the one I got on my keys and pads right now, and the mic on that boy, it sucks, man. It like sucks bad. And so when I clear my throat, just a little something like that, it starts popping and clicking. Anyways, bro, almond milk is dope, but it's only good with certain things. You know, like cereal when it's cold. When you put almond milk in coffee, it don't hold up, man. It just turns to the little ground up almonds that it is in water, and it's like parsed almonds. It's not good. Some people like it. I hate it. As far as hemp, I'm down for hemp products if they are like treating an illness. I used to be a big weed head back in the day, so I try to stay away from the hemp and marijuana cannabis products, bro, because I'm not trying to fall back. You dig? Anyways, not trying to get into that talk either. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with weed. Woo. Right, so that's what it is. All right, Joe White, help! Exclamation point. LOL. Bruh, why can't I turn up my levels in pan metronome with my mouse and my plugins won't show up? All right, so if you guys don't know, I tutor you one-on-one. If you email me, I'm at rawbeatswithaz@gmail.com. So, like I was saying, while I'm on the tutorial tip, while I'm live, I'll answer questions and, go in. But outside of this video, these videos, hit me up, man. I'll tutor you one-on-one and we'll get it done. You dig? One thing I want to throw in there too, while I look at the comments, MPC Essentials is a sampler, bro. It's not a DAW. It's like a beat machine. You know what I'm saying? And so keep that in mind. Tayshawn, I took the first one to bought back, but got another one. Yeah, the red black one is like my third one, bro. I gave my first one to a homie who had a machine, but he didn't know how to turn on the keys, uh, pad bank key function, and I let him get it. I got another one, uh, actually fourth one. That one shorted out, and then I got another one, and then what happened to that one? I don't remember. Anyways, long to make a short story long. To make a short story long, the this is my third one, and it's a really good product. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it. All right, so Drum Taylor, you're gonna be banging on this board for like 3 days. Laughing my effing AO had me rolling, bruh. Shout out to Drum Taylor. Um, and I'm just doing this video because I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come through, y'all comment, y'all give feedback. I appreciate that, and it definitely keeps the YouTube channel rolling. All right, so Mad Dog ENT. I remember Mad Dog ENT. Hello, from the north of England, my good man. I like that, my good man. We don't talk like that in Chicago. We don't talk like that anywhere in the States. You don't call anybody your good man. It's just a certain type of way that makes you feel. Calling my good man. Yeah, I'm your good man. Anyways, could you please do a video on how to set up a USB turntable? 2 MPC essentials, that would be great. I Mad Dog, I straight up did 2 videos. One, how to sample a vinyl record. Two, I did one, how to set up how to record into your iPad with a vinyl turntable. So just go and search my videos, scroll through, and you'll find what you're looking for. You dig? If I didn't post a link already, I think I gave you a link. I remember you. All right, it looks like Raimi. I know I'm gonna have a hard time with these names because people are commenting from all over the world. Mad Dog is in England. I know I'm gonna have a hard time with names. Anyway, how come when I hit one pad, another pad plays as well? I set the pads like you said. Prog select pad 2. All right, your program select pad 6, bro, not pad 2. Pad 6. That sets up the MPC standard pad function. At the same time, if you, I've had some people that have done that and it didn't work. Go to my firmware video. It shows you how to factory reset and put the latest firmware on your Mini. Once you do that, you should be straightened out. Cool. Again, if y'all got questions, I'm gonna rock with you. Carl G, have a question and possible requests. Are there any good free DAWs that I can use with my Mini software that I can use multiple tracks on? If so, could you possibly do a video? Give me a little feedback. Thanks for the time you put in. Much love. Shout out to Carl G. Carl G. Free DAWs. If it's free, I probably wouldn't trust it. I don't think you can use Cool Edit Pro. Cool Edit Pro is free right now. I think Audacity is free. I haven't tried to open MPC Essentials in either one of those, but maybe some of the older, I'm sorry, some of the newer versions of Audacity might, but I think that's just a wave editor. Best case scenario, man, get you a trial version of Fruity Loop Studio. A lot of cats start off with that and they rock with it. And Fruity Loop Studio is it's the most popular DAW right now. It's like the #1 in popularity. Industry standard, you're looking at Pro Tools and whatnot. But you're going to come up out of the pocket for Pro Tools, and then you got your others like Cubase and Sonar and Sony S Pro, and Mixcraft is coming up. That's one of the newer ones. That's one of the baby ones. Mixcraft is rocking. You got, it's so many, man. But get you a trial version of FL Studio, and then when you get your money up, after you sell a couple beats, upgrade, unlock it, and you're good to go. You did. So yeah, Bada bing, bada bit. Robert Rivera, shout out. Um, it looks like you didn't respond to the fact that I told you to open up your iLock to get your hybrid and elements of UK and all that going. But in most cases, you just got to click the little X at the bottom of the screen. All right. So let me holler back at the chat section. My man Jared asked a question: how to trigger pads when you sample. So let's go to this joint. I'm gonna go to MPC Essentials if it'll open up for me. All right, so I got MPC Essentials open. Let me make sure my pads are triggering. Let me go to my preferences real quick. Give me a second. Look like I got 7 viewers, y'all. What up? Throw me a like on this video. And if you don't like it, I'm gonna come holler at your moms. Just kidding. Just kidding. Throw me a Throw me a thumbs up. And I appreciate that a lot. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, if you thinking about getting a MPK Mini, this joint right here, it's a dope MIDI controller, and if you don't follow these steps that I'm going through right now, it's not gonna give you any sound. Go to preferences, make sure this box is checked. Cool. I made okay. Alright, cool. Let me put a sample on the joint first. Alright, let's see. Let me audition this sound. I think I need something more musical. These are field recordings. So y'all be a little patient with me. My Mac is a little older and it's a little slower. And so you gotta take its time. It's gotta take its time. But Jared, I'm gonna definitely get with you on this.
Oh.
What?
Bitch. Bitch, where?
Oh.
Dad. Hey. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just pick this ooh sound real quick. So I'm gonna double tap him. And then shout out to Tyler Christian. He just hit me up. He in the tattoo parlor right now getting faded. Tayshawn asks, how you select and utilize the other sound pad banks in Essentials from the MPK? I'm gonna get to that. Let me holler at Jared real quick. Alright, so Jared, when you are sampling, right? Whatever you running into your MPC Essentials, whether you using like a vinyl record player, if you sampling hybrid or wobble or whatever, another VST. You do all of that in this section, the sample record section. And so you will record it, you'll record the sample, and once you record it and save it, then you'll go to sample edit. So I'm gonna click on that real quick. Once I'm in sample edit, I can see my sample here. You dig? And then I take the sample and I can audition it real quick by clicking on the bottom. You take the sample and then you can, you know, pitch it up, you can normalize it, you can fade it in, fade it out, change the pitch, time stretch, make it louder, copy it, whatever. You can even bring the bit down, the bit rate down, and change it from stereo to mono in this little menu here. Once you do all of that crap, if it's only one sample, if you're not trying to make like a drum bank, because you can take one sample and you can go to the chop section, and I got a couple videos on this too. You can go to the chop section and then, you know, set up chops. You can chop manually, or you can set up regions. You know, this is automatically like 16 chops on the joint. But I'm gonna just go back. You take the sample. I don't just want that section. Let me take link slices off. You take the sample that you want, and sometimes when you get sample packs, you see all of that space at the end. You don't need all that, and when you save it, it's just taking up space on your hard drive. Truncate all of that crap out, and go back to your main screen. Go back to main mode. Denied. Somebody's calling me right now. Go back to main mode. Then in your sample bin, you just take them and drag them onto the pad that you want. And so that's gonna be real important for you. You can do that with as many samples as you want. You have banks A through H. You dig? And so A through H. And you have 16 pads times, what is that, 4, 8, 16 times 8. Whatever that is off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm trying to do a live video, for God's sake. That's how many samples that you can load up in those banks. So hopefully that answers your question. I'm gonna have to move on to somebody else's question, and also do some more subscriber feedback here. All right, so Tayshawn, I'm gonna get to you in a second. Okay. Matt Moninghoff. Is that like David Hasselhoff? Hey, don't hassle the Hoff. Dude, this video is hilarious, super helpful. Thank you so much. I effing pressing your girl's buttons and she turns red. I'm cracking up. Man, I don't want to get all off into that, you know, when your girl turns red. But when she turned green, it might get a little, things might get a little hot. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? All right, so A. Hernandez. Great tutorial, helpful and entertaining. Thank you, A. Hernandez. Shouts out to A. Hernandez. Let's scroll up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get to my man Tayshawn over there in Compton. Compton. Michael Amaro. I'm gonna try to pronounce you guys' names right. My arpeggiator doesn't seem to work when trying to throw in the hi-hats like you did. Any advice? Check out my video where I go over the ARP section and the tempo section versus note repeat, and this map here. The map above the keys, pay attention to that. I got a video on that. Go check it out. That'll help you out, Michael, Mr. Amaro. Appreciate the feedback. All right, so Robert McKinnell. I've learned more from you than any other video. You the man. Great job. Thank you. Many thank yous to you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm grateful for you guys, man. That's pretty much it. DJ Cyclone. That's a dope DJ name. I'm talking about, you got some whack DJ names out there, but DJ Cyclone is pretty dope. And the way he spells it is with a PS, like it's psychological. Maybe he creates a cyclone in your head when he playing his mix, whatever. In my opinion, MPC Elements is way too limited. Actually, this is Essentials, but cool. I'm not gonna ride you on that. I was gonna roast you real quick, but I paired my Mini with Studio One, and I feel more free and not so limited. Again, guys, this is a Beat Machine sampler. It's not a DAW like Studio One. Studio One is pretty comparable to Pro Tools and any other DAW. Like Studio One usually comes standard with most audio boxes, like the VSL series that they got. And so if you get like a Studio One, I mean, you're set. You know what I'm saying? You really don't need a sampler. But it would be dope to open up MPC Essentials in, like, I don't know, open up 10 tracks in Studio One, put MPC Essentials on each track, and then put a different drum pack on each instance of MPC Essentials, and then you'll be able to unlock the power of the VST. That's one thing you guys should understand too. MPC Essentials is also a VST. So you can run it standalone and make beats, but you can also open it up inside of your DAW and then just blow the lid off of it. You know what I'm saying? So you could chop up, 5 different samples on 5 different tracks and 5 different instances of MPC Essentials and just go ham on it. So yeah. Heads up on that. MPC Essentials is not to be compared with a DAW. It's not a DAW. It's just like if you buy MPC standalone, like a 500 or a 1000. If you buy MPC 1000, you just got the box, and then you got to put all the sounds in. Same thing with MPC Essentials. So guys, I hope you guys understand that. Kama Sutrance. That name is that's tripped out. I'm gonna just say the name is tripped out. All right, fantastic, bro. Spell fantastic with a young. Wow, FAN. I mean, he's got spaces in between the letters. Best one around for MK2 and MPC combo. Keep up the good work. Hey, I appreciate that, Kama Sutrance. And yeah, don't let anybody put you in any bad positions. Get that? Kama Sutrance. Anyways, Robert McKinnell again. What is it with you, bro? Can I play this offline? The beat save is a wave, but when you want to play it, it's a XAL file, a ZAL file. How can I play this offline? You got to export your beats as a wave, and then you got to convert it if you want to email it or something to an MP3. You're gonna need a wave converter for that. Something like Sony SoundForge. Audacity is free. Cool Edit Pro is free. So yeah, convert your waves to MP3s and then rock with it. Crazy comment. See already. Dude, the throat clearing is driving me insane. I gave up after 10 minutes because it's obnoxious and very annoying. Put yourself in our shoes. Why would you want to hear that while watching an instructional video? Come on, man. Again, I was using the Logitech mic, and I don't want to be like, like prideful, like, oh yeah, well, It's what it is. Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand. I empathize. At the same time, I want to help, and I would like to not go in on your moms right now. So the next time you decide to leave a comment about that, go and bust yourself upside the head with a rolling pin. Nah. Okay, so Ian Hunt. Thanks for the Akai MPK Mini MK2 MPC Essentials tutorials. Great to know there are still people willing to help. High five. Alright, I'm gonna give you a cyber five, my dude. I didn't mean to go in on crazy comments like that, so then you come right back. I would say for every like one person that's ungrateful, there's like 8 people that come in and be like, yo, I appreciate it, thank you so much. So I'm grateful to you guys. Let me check the comments. I'm gonna get to you, Tayshawn. I got you. I'm not pushing you to the back. I've been having fun with Essentials and GarageBand. Dude, GarageBand is so bomb, dude. People sleeping on GarageBand. They sleeping on Logic and Logic Pro too. Sal Montalvo. Sal Montalvo. My dude got a blonde. Maybe that's a young lady. I was gonna say that's a blonde wig. That's that Eminem look. What happens if I click the box when you said? What happens if I click the box when you said if? You don't check this, you bang gang on the thing for 3 days. First of all, hooked on phonics work for me. And Sal, it's not gonna work, bro. If you're thinking about getting a mini, you have to check the box. And in all DAWs and VSTs standalone sound modules, you need to tell the thing where the freaking trigger is coming from. It's like a gun with no trigger if you don't click that box. I mean, nothing's gonna happen. Jay Lee. Shout out to Jay Lee. And shout out to Salomon Talvo as well. I like talking with a Spanish accent. Can you do a video on sampling, please, for MPC Essential? There's an S at the end. Been having problems on how to sample. This would be great, not just for me, but for those who are getting into beat making. Thank you. Thank you, Jay Lee. Maybe that's low-key Jet Lee, but he don't want people to know who he is. It's just Jay Lee. I do have a bunch of videos on sampling, a bunch of videos on how to use MPC Essentials, and so I want to encourage you to go ahead and hook that up. All right, let me holler at my man Tayshawn out of Compton, CPT. Shout out to the CPT from Chicago. All right, so let me go back to my MPC Essentials. Let me run that question back one more time. How do you select and utilize the other sound pad banks and essentials from the MPK? All right, so this is a very complex thing. You dig? MPC Essentials has different types of functions that it utilizes in the sequence section. So drum is for the drum pad section. So when I drop down menu and I open up the key groups, right, I can take this same ooh sample, right, because I already got it loaded up. Why not? I can take this same ooh sample, go to the sample edit function, and then I can lay this same ooh across the pads and play it like a piano. And what MPC Essentials does is it takes those pad banks and then it I'm gonna click on assign real quick and then I'm gonna tell it what to do. It takes those pad banks and then it converts them into MIDI keys. So it receives the signals from the keys, but inside of the program it recognizes those MIDI signals as triggers. So inside the brain of MPC Essentials, it's getting numbers when you press a key. And it says, oh, this number responds to that sample, or this key and this pitch or whatever. And then that makes it just simpler for you to just press the keys and lay it across the pad. So I clicked assign, slice the pad, non-destructive slice. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. I may be doing it wrong. I'm gonna just run it real quick, and if I make a mistake, that's fine, because I'm the Akai MPK mini man, and you are not. So that's what it is. All right, let me go back to the sample section. Bada bing, bada bip. I think I may have did something wrong, because I was supposed to open it as a key group. All right, so yeah, I did it right. So as you can see, the type is key group, right? Let me go up, well, down an octave. So I'm triggering that same Luuh sample with the keys. But I'm playing it like a piano. And so that's what the key group is for. And you know, if you look at, like, I'll click on bank F, you'll see the same Luuh sample laid across those banks, just like keys, because again, it's a sampler, it's not a keyboard, it's not what you think it is. All right. So another step further, man, you know, up top, if you go into the sample edit, a program edit area, you have more power on these keys and pads to open up here. So how do I explain it? Kind of like just going behind the scenes, pulling the curtain back. And so I'm not gonna go into all this, man, because this is way too complex. Maybe I'll do a program edit video at some point. But behind the scenes here, you can see, you know, your sample is on layer 1. You can layer more than one sample on a pad, on one particular pad. You can trigger. You can trigger up to 4 samples on one pad, and then you can change the tone of it. You can change the tone of the entire bank. You can change the. I mean, it's just so many different things that you can do here. You can make several key groups across the keys. So I have one key group here. I can make 3 key groups if I want, and then I can map out a section of the keys, like C1 to C2. That'll be key group 1, and I have 3 samples in that section that I can play, and then I can make a second one, C2 to C2 to C3. That would be another sample, and then I can go in on whichever sample that I have selected, or a key group, and then I can affect the filters and the velocity sensitivity. I could turn on the pitch bend and then begin to start to use my knob and whatnot. And so that's a factor. If you have another question, my dude from the CPT, holla back, and then I'll try to go in on that. Another thing that you can do, which I was doing a tutorial with a guy the other week, he wanted to map all of the keys to all of the key groups. I'm sorry, the pad banks. And he wanted to take the 4 programs that you have here for the pads and keys and put them on banks A through D. That's definitely doable. You would have to do that through the pad editor, and you have to edit each individual MIDI signal to each individual pad and then save that. And that's a little bit too tedious for me. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to do that. But if you're willing to sit down and with the editor, go to my editor video. It'll tell you exactly how to shoot information to the mini, and then bring the information out and rewrite and all that stuff. But be careful with writing and rewriting stuff to your mini, because once it's written, it's written. That's what it is. And so you'll have to either edit, and I've had people hit me up like, bro, I messed up my mini. I'm like, that's too bad. You're gonna have to have I'm not gonna say that. Just run that firmware video, and then you can factory reset. All right, so Tayshawn, yeah, you the man. Shout out to Tayshawn from the CPT. Okay, dope. Almost feels like side chaining. Depending on what side chaining is more for mastering, unless you're using like VSTs for filtering. Side chaining, yeah. I mean, you do have some mastering capabilities on MPC Essentials where you can make bangers, dude. I'm talking about, dude. You can make some bangers on MPC Essentials. And the compression is dope. The compression on MPC Essentials is dope. And it's got a bunch of other VSTs that you can affect, like your delay and chorus and all that stuff. But I wouldn't compare it to sidechain. I would say it's more like pad editing. And so you can, or key editing, key group editing. It's under the mapping umbrella. So mapping out your MIDI from your key or your pad to the pad, and what is going to happen to the audio. What's going to happen to the MIDI? Will it trigger 3 sounds? Will it trigger 4 sounds? Will these sounds have chorus? Will these sounds have, and you can affect all this. So it's a little like sidechaining, but it's more like mapping. And it's really just like hours of really like taking time and getting intimate with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a new girlfriend. A lot of people want to just jump on the program and be like, nigga, I'm Dr. Dre. No, you're not gonna be the RZA. You're not gonna be Just Blaze. You're not going. Not on the first day. But if you take time and you spend time with it and you rock with it, and you get intimate with it. I'm not talking about like, in a sexual way, like with a girl, but I mean, figure out what she like. Figure out what her favorite ice cream is, what her favorite color is. Once you start to get intricate and intimate with this program, but yeah. Shout out to Tayshawn. He rocking with me heavy. All right, so let me go back to some more questions or comments. Preguntas. Preguntas. I just closed MPC Essentials and opened it right back up. Let me open up my Crizone to your Dizone. All right, so Jay Lee was the last person. Let me scroll up. If y'all got any more questions, hit me up. I know that Tayshawn from the CPT is not the only one that's watching this video. I can see y'all. No, but it's good. It's good. All right, so did I scroll up too far? No. Mystic One. How to use it with a PC and FL Studio. I apologize. This is not an excuse. At some point, I guess I will get FL Studio and start rocking with y'all with that. But I don't use FL Studio. Check out my dude channel, Kev Diggs with a Z, KEVDIGGZ, and he'll tell you. Well, he has a couple videos on FPC and FL Studio, how to map it out. I mean, it's a gazillion it's YouTube University. I mean, it's a gazillion videos out there on FL Studio and MIDI controllers in general. So, mapping out the MPC, the MPK Mini in FL Studio shouldn't be horribly difficult for a beginner. I've seen a couple videos myself, and it's easy. It's uber easy. Uber easy. All right, Mystic One. Shout out to Mystic One. I'm not sure if this is Joda R or Hota R, but Joda R says, rewatching your video like a trillion times. I notice you don't have, at least in this one, a note repeat sync to the Essentials clock. It can be done in any DAW, including this one, just in case. Thank you very much. I appreciate you telling me that. Um, it's like people comment, you know what I'm saying, and try to like backhand me at the same time. And it's like I pick up on that. Like I am Mr. Sarcasm. I understand the cusp of really saying something to somebody, but you really uppercutting them. And so it's like, thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, really, I commented back. If you guys want to check that comment out, it's cool, whatever. But yeah, shout out to Joda. Thanks for the comment anyway. All right, so and don't be super sensitive, dudes. Like, if you make a slick comment, I had a dude like delete me and block me from his channel because he said something slick on my video, and I was like, okay. Uh, I commented on all his videos, and so the dude commented back like, yo, like I put your videos in my playlist and woo wop the bam, and like he was crying, so to speak. And I'm like, why are you crying? Like you just left a negative joint on my joint. You know what I'm saying? So when I say something back, you gonna cry? Like don't dish it out if you can't, if you don't want to eat it. You dig? I just don't understand that. Like y'all some extra sensitive dudes. Like if you gonna say something, you can't slap somebody and not expect them not to at least punch you back. If so you slap somebody and they pick you up and body slam you, you can't be crying. You know what I'm saying? Like you asked for it. But my bad. I'm not trying to sound like somebody's dad. But that's what it is, man. I'm sorry that you feeling extra sensitive about my comment back to you. But you know, don't just be talking to me. Don't be talking reckless out of the side of your neck and expect me to just be like, okay, yeah, la da. No, no, that's not what this is. All right, so yeah, um, shout out to Jan Cedric E. Ibanez, bruh. I hope I said that right. Jan Cedric I. Yabanez. I just got my MPK mini MK2 delivered today. The last key is slightly down. It is not even with the others. I emailed Sweetwater already for the return. Shout out to Sweetwater. Shout out to my homie Triton Studios over there at Sweetwater. Sweetwater's a dope brand. The black and white Zebra Mini, like when it first came out, I didn't see it on the Akai website, and so I was kind of skeptical. And shout out to Holy Neck Productions down in Florida, he bought one. I didn't see it on the Akai website, so I was a little skeptical. I'm kind of partial to the red black. Stroking my cat. Next time, Gadget. Next time. Y'all too young to know about that. But Inspector Gadget. Google it. YouTube Inspector Gadget. And you'll understand who Mad is, and he's stroking his cat. Anyways. Y'all know I'll be getting off track. The black and white mini may or may not be made by Kai. I cannot confirm it. I would not be purchasing one in the future. So, if you got one with the key down, I wouldn't put that on Sweetwater. I wouldn't put that on the Kai. And at the same time, you know, sometimes there's factory defects. Like buying a car, you know, sometimes they have recalls because the freaking brake pedal sticks, or you know, the gas pedal sticks, and then like, you know, 10 people died in car wrecks because somebody in the factory was drinking coffee at the water cooler instead of doing their freaking check on the quality control or whatever. But I'm not saying that's what happened at Akai. I'm just saying in general, sometimes you have bad runs of No, that's not the way to say that either. Sometimes the freaking UPS man chunks your crap across the fence. Sometimes they leave your package out in the rain. It's when you order something from online. I mean, it ain't no telling. That's the only way I can say that. It ain't no telling. And so you get the freaking insurance when you buy it. You get the 2-year protection, and then you roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Either way. All right, so that's what it is. All right, Jose Mendez. So I did the program, past 6 change, but didn't match with the screen. Hit me up. The EOTs. You sound like, yeah, I remember you. EOT says you sound like a dick now that you mention it, just saying. Now, Mr. the EOTs. I think that how do I say this? I think that your screenshot looks like a cucumber that died, but its dream was to become a man. I really would like to help you. I really would. Shoot me an email. I'll get up with you, bro. It's very difficult to like come back after you insult me and then be like, oh yeah, I need help. It's like, but you a cucumber head dude. Like, why you why you even coming? Like, you should have opened up with, hey yo, I need help. What? Don't insult me in the door, man. Come on, man. So yeah, Tales from the Crypt looking dude. Bree Jock. Thanks for the vid, homie. You are a funny dude. Got a few chuckles. Shout out to Bree Jock. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you guys noticed the graphic on this video, before you clicked on the live joint, I made MPK Mini Gang t-shirts. So if you Google search that on a couple of my videos, I got the link. I didn't put it on this video, but there's MPK Mini Gang t-shirts out there. Go ahead and grab one of those. Support your boy. In the description section of this video, there are links to my drum banks, my sample packs. I got some free ones. I appreciate the support. You can pay for the free ones as well. Support your boy. Go and grab some of those. Yeah, Tayshawn, the black and white ones, they may or may not be made by Kai, but they out there. I mean, it's a collector's item as well. They made the original mini, then they came out with the MK2. The MK2 Red was just that. It's just something about it, man. All right, so Eric Tennant, what do I need in order to start recording a song from MPC Essentials? I don't know how you're gonna record it from MPC Essentials, but you can record one too. If you're trying to record vocals, forget about it. I mean, you possibly could, but you're not gonna be able to. Forget about it. You need a DAW to record vocals. So go ahead and make the beat or email me, and we can get you started. All right, so looks like we have a little dialogue there anyway. This dude got a pug as his screenshot. Will Forbes. Shout out to Will Forbes. You take so long to explain it. You know what? That pug probably looks better than your actual face. I mean, who puts a dog as they screenshot if they fake? You know what? Never mind. All right, so shout out to Lewis Johnson. Great info, bruh love, or bruh man, was lost till I keep watching your vid. I hate to ride y'all for y'all phonics, yo, but I'm glad. I appreciate it. Lewis. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm gonna keep rocking with you, bro. Uh, mm, 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 mm. Let me give my man Lewis Johnson a cyber dap. Thanks. I appreciate it. Mm, 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 mm. So yeah, that black and white mini, the zebra, as I like to call it, uh, it looks dope. It looks very dope. If you guys haven't joined the Facebook group, uh, do a search for KMPK Mini and the KMPK Mini MK2 Red. It's two groups. I moderate both of them. Uh, the original one actually has another moderator on a guy by the name of Mikhail over in Sweden. It's in Europe, but I don't want to call the wrong place. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Shout out to everybody in the comment section as well. So flow vibes. That sounds dope. So flow vibes. So just to clarify, you can't not combine two tracks. No, a pad is a track. If you were to create a drum track and then create a track utilizing hybrid, you would not be able to put them in a single track together to create a full song. All right, so let me go back to MPC Essentials real quick so I can show y'all what's popping. All right, bing bing. Let me go back to the drum bank. Program one. I think I put the pad on the joint. Double click. Back to pad bank. Get out of the key group. Give me a sec, cause I'm rocking with the young slow Mac. I'm gonna go up here to the mixer section, and somebody asked me to do a video about this menu up here, and hopefully that guy watches this video. I think he left the last comment up at the top of the screen, so I'll get to that. So hopefully he'll watch this video and he'll see what's good. If this ever loads up. Alright, so you see here I got this one fader here. That's one track for the first pad. When I click on it, you hear ooh. Turn full level on. That's your track. There are unlimited possibilities with the pad banks, and then you can drop your VSTs on the joint. But as far as like your idea of tracks like in a DAW, you got to get that out of your head with this, because this is a sampler. It's not a DAW. So let's just say if I was to drag another pad, and this is your master track over here on the far right side, the program. Let me go back to the main area, main mode. So if I was to take another sample and drag it onto pad 2, which I'm about to do. Yeah, I got that too. Oh, I had to wait a month before I could get. Yeah, bro, it's worth the wait. So I'm gonna take this and drag it on a pad 2. Real quick, like as quickly as I possibly can. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go back to the mixer area, and then you'll see that I have two faders, not one, but two faders, and those are your tracks. Everything that you put in here has to either be on a pad or it has to be sampled and then put onto a pad. That's the only way around it. Because it's a sampler. Okay, so that's one thing that needs to be understood. It works as a sampler, and the only way that you can get sounds into this thing is if they're already in WAV or AIFF file format, or if you convert them and put them in there, or if you record them with this program and then save them. As far as the program section over here, if you open a VST and it's open over here, you can only utilize one of these at a time. And so if you have like hybrid or wobble open over here, you will play what you're gonna play into the resampler. You record it, and then whether you're gonna loop it or whether you're gonna chop it up and use it as a stab, like you see here where it says input in the middle of the screen, you put resample, and then I'm like tripping. You click on resample, and then you record it. You go to the sample edit section, just like I showed you earlier with the Luuh sample, and then you put it on pad. All right, so everything has to be sampled to resample because it is a sampler. All right. You can only have one program open at a time, whether it's a drum bank or whether it's a VST plugin or a key group. You can't open more than one program or key group or VST at a time. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So yeah, J Falcon. That's a dope last name, like a falcon. Maybe that's more like a hawk. What does the falcon say? That's the one that flies high. He's like, I don't know. What does the fox say? Alright, so bruh, solid video, man. Some of my pads aren't working though. They light up and all but. They light up and all but. A few of them don't play. Do you know how to take care of this? Yeah, I hit him up and he was able to get it. Some people don't get it right off and it just takes a little time. Now this is confusing because I have J Falcon commenting here and it's a white dude, but then just above him is another J Falcon and it's a black dude and it's spelled the same way. Like that's really tripping me out. Anyways, he has 37 minutes and 0 seconds. How do you get the note repeat to sound like that? Mine doesn't repeat as fast. Once you turn the ARP on, you tap in your tempo. So if my tempo is slow, like boom, boom, boom. Whether you have it set to the second or the fourth tap in your editor, you can program it to tell it, hey, after 2 taps, I want to set that up as a tempo. Whatever the tempo is here, that's what it's gonna play. So if you have some fast tempo, like a trap joint, you tap it out and it will respond. And wherever these notes fall in between that tempo is how it's gonna sound out. J Falcon. So shout out to the white J Falcon and the black J Falcon. You dig? Paul Bernard, very nice, bro. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, who's next? Shut up, mutt. All right, Alos. Ayos. Great video. You're hilarious and very in depth. And let's see, maybe my phonics is not on point right now. Great video. You're hilarious and very in depth. See, as you guys don't put the punctuation. That's the thing. But it's cool though. Great video! Exclamation point. You're hilarious and very in depth. Definitely sub to keep up. Keep up the great work. All right, I got it. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'll be having my mind in like English class mode, and when I don't see punctuation, it's like a run-on sentence, and it's like 3 to 5 sentences in one line, and it's like, whoa, brain overload. But yeah, shout out to Ayos, Alos, however you say that. That's what's good. I appreciate it, and I keep rocking these tutorials, man. And try to grow with you guys, because you know I'm on a certain level as far as my production, and as you guys progress and you learn more, I try to drop more intuitive. I have more intuitive and more brainy videos. It's just you guys digging into those videos and pulling out those nuggets. All right, so the next one, Mixed XM. Like I care about your coffee. What sort of tutorial sings Three Blind Mice? Hey, I'm a musical guy. Sometimes I break out in the song. You know what I'm saying? It's the sound of music, you dig? But I think I responded real low key. The kind that I do on my channel. Uh, I'm not even. I'm not even. I started to be like I'm gonna roast everybody that leaves something, but I don't need to go there. No, I don't want to be too negative today. It's enough negative stuff going on in Chicago right now, anyways. Jim Leahy. I don't know if this dude is being sarcastic or what. He says this guy's hilarious. Ha ha ha. Jim Leahy, shout out to you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's real nasty, bro. Yeah, I was talking about the 808 trap kit in MPC Essentials. It is real nasty. Um, the Florida Conservation, not conversation. The Florida Conservation Society. That sounds really like I need to have the right posture when I respond to that. Like, man, etiquette. They must be northerns that don't get the South. I'm Southern Florida, and this was a good tutorial. Work for me, and slow is good. Let me get a pound. I don't have to pause anything. Just went with the flow. Gave me time to figure out. That's what it is, man. I try to break things down very simply and plain, and that's why you guys keep coming back, and that's why my channel has over 200,000 views. I think I might be at like 310,000 views at this point, and that's only because I'm offering content at a pace that is easy to grasp, and that's what tutorial people need to get. Uh, One of my homies is like, man, I'm trying to learn this one, but all the videos, man, the guys just want to show off their gear and what they can do, but they don't actually teach me anything. And I've seen a bunch of videos where guys are using clickbait to get you to come to the channel. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get to the channel, they give you a bunch of cliches and like I would say like producer motivation. But then like when you really dig into it, like there's no meat in the video. And there's nothing wrong with producer motivation. I love that. I love waking up in the morning and seeing producers. It's like, yo, I'm going in, I'm making the beat, we walk the band, but don't call it a tutorial if you're not doing a freaking tutorial. That's my whole thing. All right, so shout out to Jose Santos. Shout out to my brown brothers, man. I got a high population of my brothers, my brown brothers that come through, and that's why I coined my phrase, Mr. Cafe con leche. I got that from one of my brown brothers. So cyber dap to all my brown brothers, whether you from Mexico or Puerto Rico or Spain or the Philippines. Love y'all, man. AG, good tutorial. Us YouTube appreciate that. LOL. But how did you get your sidebar to show the pictures for the sound kits like that? Whenever I try to open the packs, it shows the folders. They aren't even organized. Just random sounds listed everywhere. Okay, let me show you guys why this is the subscriber feedback video. Inside MPC Essentials, once you download Hybrid and Wobble and the sound packs, UK dance, elements of UK dance, elements of dystopia, you unlock them joints, you unzip them, and then you put them where they're supposed to go. MPC Essentials will automatically read them. And so down here on the bottom left, there's an X made of arrows. You click on the joint, and then that'll pop open your banks. And so you can click on the banks and then pop them open like so. So keep that in mind. Also, once you get this section opened up, you can also go into your programs, open up all the programs, and individually select those or samples. And then there's even demo beats in here in the sequences section. So keep that in mind. And then also, don't be afraid to go to the song bank area and start to build your sequences on top of one another. Once you build one sequence, you can take that sequence and then edit it, and then you can take him and then just drag him over here, bada bing. That sequence 1, that's going to be the intro. That sequence 2, that's going to be the first chorus, you know what I'm saying? That sequence 3, that's going to be the first verse, or the first 4 to 8 bars of the first verse. And then sequence 4, you know, that'll be the second half of the first verse, and then put the chorus back in again. And then you can duplicate these in this section. You can also edit them. You can edit them. You can edit them. You can edit these as well, and you can export this sequence as a song. So there's your beat. All right. So that'll get you rocking. If you already doing that, you're trying to figure out how to make money with your beats, go and watch my series on how to make money off your beats. I did a whole 4-video series on that, and so that'll help you out. A lot of information up in there. A lot of information in that. So yes. All right, let me go back. Comment section. Let me make sure I close down MPC Essentials. I don't want you guys to be looking at MPC Essentials and I'm on the freaking video comment section. And it don't want to minimize. I need you to minimize. There it is. I need to double click. So that's what's good. Let me check my chat section. Looks like Tayshawn was the last one to comment. I'm almost done with the video, so if you know somebody that need to get a question in, tell them to get it in, because once I'm gone, I'm gone. Kevin Yang is not making any sound. Please help. Shout out to Kevin Yang. Looks like you got everything figured out. Thanks for the dialogue. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for the pound. Did I say thanks for the pound? I was thinking about giving you a pound. All right, so trying to go ahead and get this video done. Cool. Is that de jour? Maybe I got a holler from France. De jour. De jour Brooks. Thanks for the video, my dude. Great video, by the way, my dude. Appreciate that. De jour. Maybe it's de jour. I'm not sure if it's de jour or de jour. I keep it pure. So yeah, let me scroll up a little bit more. Alright, de jour was the one. Hey, if you haven't already, I will search later, but can you go over the menu shown at the top of the page that you said people need to request? I've been really confused about how to make the track edit section look similar to Apple's GarageBand. The notes are easier to edit that way. So, you can't edit the way the MPC Essentials looks. You have to take it for what it is. As far as its similarity to GarageBand and any other DAW, it does have a step editor or step recorder section where you can write in notes, and you can also delete notes and whatnot that you record. So let's close this up real quick, and then I'll kind of go over that real quick. Um, so in this gray section, you have a toolbox here. Right now, I have the pencil tool selected, so I could go along in here and just write a bunch of notes, and I could play these notes, but I can also resize them, and I can drag them up and down to play on a different sample pad, to trigger a different sample pad, or I can do a whole host of things. I can change the velocity. If I'm using a key group, I can change the pitch bend. So like if you look in this section over here where it says automation, there's a drop down menu, and then there's also some other functions here that you can utilize to change the way that a sample sounds, the way that a key group sounds, and things like that. And so keep that in mind. Up top, you have, of course, your program main mode. Then you have your program edit, which is like behind the curtain, so that you can change the way that MPC Essentials treats the individual samples. Okay. You also have a mixer, which is also behind the curtain, and you can change the volume of individual pads and throw VSTs on top of each pad. Each pad gets up to 4 VSTs, and that's unlimited through all the banks, A through H. And I would say, use discretion. If you got like a 1992, computer, don't be trying to like load up like 50,000 sounds with 50,000 freaking VSTs, because it's not going to be beneficial to you. Okay, so the next section is the sequence section, and so you can use this just like sound mode. You can use this just like song mode to deal with the way that your sequences play, and so you can copy these sequences into song mode, and then you can erase and do different things there. So keep that in mind. I've already went over the sample record joint. Basically, you click on this, and then you can record what's in your Mac, or you can record an external source. Okay. The sample edit section is very intuitive in that. Should I be using words like intuitive? This section is dope because you can take your sample and chop it up in here, and you can take it and trigger sounds. I'm not trigger sounds. You can trigger the loop, and you can trigger different edits, and you can even like change the way that it sounds by editing the volume. You can reverse it, you can change the pitch, and all kinds of different stuff. Alright, so I went over song mode earlier. That's the business. Let me check my comment section. So you can do all different types of stuff in song in the song editor. So keep that in mind. In the this is the mute section, so you can mute pads and you can mute groups. And so be careful with this, man, because if you mute a pad and then you forget, and then you edit, you mix your joint down, you export it, that sound is not gonna make it into your mix. And so then you're gonna be pissed off at me because I didn't tell you, but I did tell you, so don't even trip. Alright, so the next joint is your step sequence, and so that's basically just like the main mode, but you just basically can edit, the step sequence. It's the same thing basically, essentially. All right. And then you can also hook up a control surface to the joint. Um, but I don't have one connected right now because all of my MIDI ports are being taken up by stuff to be able to go online and stream live. In the main mode, let me go to the main mode real quick. You have a couple other tools that you can use to be able to affect your sound. And one is the pencil tool or the draw tool. You have the selection tool, which you can use to select one note or an individual section. And then you can use that to delete or drag notes up or down, you know what I'm saying, left or right, you know, put them in a totally different spot. Um, you have your delete, this little X thing right here. Uh, you can hit the pad to select event, or you can just totally obliterate it. You dig what I'm saying? Um, that's what's good. All right, and so you also have your MIDI edit. If you don't know what you're doing, leave this alone. It's basically a graph, a number graph view of the notes individually. So at this time, this note strikes and it's this long and it has this much volume to it. If you don't know what you're doing, leave it alone. But it's basically what you're looking at in the main mode with the notes. Whereas you could just drag those symbols rather than affecting this. But if you know what you're doing, you know your velocity is your volume. You can just tweak those individual notes or samples that way. And then next to that is the red undo and the green redo. And you can always go into your edit section and undo and redo as well. And that's the business. So yeah, this tutorial actually went a little bit deeper than all my other ones did, just by answering you guys' questions. So so save early, save often, even Jesus saves. MPC Essentials can and will crash all apps in your iPad, iPhone, whatever. Windows, on PC or whatever, can crash at any time. If you don't save your work, it's not like you really wanted it anyway, right? So save early, save often. So you can load your recent projects here. You can save your entire product and product. Don't save the product. No, you can save your project, and that includes the samples, the MIDI information, everything, all into the folders. And if you have any samples chopped up and everything, it'll save the samples. It's really great. So you can save the project as, give it a rename. Sometimes you will make a beat and then you want to try a different edit on it, but you don't want to mess up the original. Go to save as and then do a whole different mix on that joint. Save all programs, save current program. So you can save your programs individually. I suggest that you just save project, and once you save the project, you don't have to worry about misplacing things or wondering what sequence or what program goes with what. And you can save the MIDI control scene. Export is exactly what it is. You can export the project, you can export the pattern, the MIDI information, and you can export the audio mix down. Alright, that's the edit function I bought in. The metronome, you can tell it how many notes you want it to count in, turn it off, turn it on. Do you want it to hit every quarter note, eighth note, 16th note, whatever? What sound do you want? The time correction is here. You can apply it to notes that you've highlighted. You can change the settings and the length of the time correct. That's also over here in this drop down menu, so you can see that this is 16, which it comes out to 16th notes, and you can change that to eighth notes, quarter notes, 32nd notes, I think 64th notes as well, eighth triplet, 16th triplet, 32nd triplet, and I don't know if 64th triplet is an option, but you have all of that. You got all of that crap. And this is notes played, and this is time correction, basically quantize. All right. You can delete all the unused samples that aren't on pads. You can do that here in the tools menu, or you can do it over here with this little garbage can. Once you click on it, it'll give you a couple options. I don't suggest using that too often because you can delete a sample that you really need by accident. You just didn't have it assigned, and then you want to choke your computer. Show MIDI keyboard is dope because you can see what note you're hitting on your MIDI, and then also you can open up your MIDI keys on your I'm sorry, not MIDI keys, pad keys. I'm trying to, I have a couple different processes going through my brain right now. So MIDI keys and pad keys map your pads and your keys in your MPC Essentials across the keys on your keyboard. So if you don't have your MPK Mini with you, and that's a jewel, that's a nugget that you guys get for watching this entire video. If you don't have your Mini with you, you just got your laptop in your bag, pop open MPC Essentials, and it will map the sounds across your keyboard. And so you can trigger those pads from, I think it's Q through R is the top layer, A through F is the second layer, Z through, no, it's 1 through 4, Q through R, A through F, Z through V. And then there you go, you got your sequencer sampler right there in your tools just by enabling the joint. And then you can play the keys as well with your keyboard. Plugin manager, that's where you scan. Expansion manager, that's where you bring your samples, not sample packs, but the expansions that you get. Akai makes expansions. There's a company called Retronims that makes expansions. You follow my videos, I mention Retronims all the time. And so yeah, the expansion manager and convert to progression. I have not used that function. I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but if you never use that, you will be making beats anyway, so it doesn't matter. I would say explore that. I have no need of it yet. If I one day open that up, then I'll let you know what's popping. So yeah, you can tell it what mode you want to view, but you also control that view by these keys. I'm sorry, this menu over here. Your browser, of course, you can drag in samples. You can open up your expansion browsers by either clicking that or clicking on this little triangle here, and then the little X. The grid editor, you can minimize, and then you can go to full screen. And of course, every good program has a help section. Every now and then it's good to go into the MPC Essentials drop down menu and then check for updates, and then it will scan Akai's website and it'll say, hey, here's 2.0. Hopefully one day we'll get that, and then we'll be able to open separate tracks, but it'll let you know if you have the current version or not. And that's pretty much it on this tutorial, guys. I appreciate all the fan feedback, you dig, and I appreciate the subscribes, positive and negative feedback. I appreciate y'all. If you hit up my YouTube inbox, I only check that thing like when I think about it. Like YouTube inbox like really sucks, like bad. Like It doesn't give me any emails or notifications that somebody has hit me up. So it's probably better to email me. Shoot me something on Instagram. Even if you DM me on Instagram, I can get like a notification on my phone, and then I can hit you back. But yeah, YouTube inbox is not the route, bro. That's not the move. So um, I appreciate everybody that is hitting me in YouTube inbox, but it may take a time for me to get at you because I don't even know those messages are in there, and I usually don't make it a practice to check my YouTube inbox. Maybe I should. I'll make a practice of checking my YouTube inbox every day just for the simple fact that I don't get notifications for it. Um, so yeah, we're good. Follow me up on Instagram at Bruh. Um, Follow me up on Twitter at Bruh Music. Um, I'm on all the social networks. I have a couple different pages on FB. Um, there's a link right there. There you go for your KPK Mini Gang T-shirt. Um, on Facebook, I have Bruh Music, which is my record label page, and then for those of you that know I rap, I got my Bruh, the artist page. I started a new page outside of the Kai and PK mini groups called How to Make Beats for Dummies, and that's no riff on people who don't know how to make beats. It's really a page dedicated to mobile tech. So if you use an iPad to make beats, that's the spot to go to. Well, you're really in the right place if you subscribe to the channel because I post all this stuff here. I have a tutorial series in my playlist called How to Turn Your iPad into a Beastly Home Recording Studio. If you guys could support that, that would be greatly appreciated. I go from everything from connecting your mini to your iPad to